Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk you through my winter skincare routine. That would be my morning and evening routine, and just give you a review of 5 different products from the Body Shop's vitamin E range. So Mumbai is known for a lot of things, but having a real winter is not one of them. It doesn't really get very cold, but it still does get a little colder. The temperatures do dip, and the first sign for me that it's getting into winter is that the skin on my face and body starts getting drier than usual. The skincare routine that I was using before this worked very well to deal with my acne, but since it was a routine that focused on removing acne, a lot of anti-acne products can be a little bit on the drying side. And so I knew that I had to change my routine, tweak it in some ways to make it a little more nourishing, especially in the winter months. My skin type is sensitive and acne prone most of the year in Mumbai because it's a pretty hot city. It can be like combination oily skin, but as we get into winter, it becomes combination dry almost. So like certain areas like my nose and all will still be really oily, but the rest of my face does get dry. And I have realized this year that moisturization is very, very important, even if you have oily skin, because sometimes when you don't moisturize, that can lead to like a vicious circle of your skin getting dehydrated, like producing excess sebum and stuff to overcompensate, and then your skin ends up becoming more oily. In winter, I think it's normal for everyone to switch to a slightly more hydrating routine. So I've been testing 5 products from the Body Shop's vitamin E range. It's not a new range, it's been around for years, and it's a pretty vast range. They have products for sort of different skin types, face products as well as body products. This year they have sort of tweaked the range and have brought out a couple of new products. So the 5 things that I've been trying are the Gentle Facial Wash, the Hydrating Toner, the Micro Protect Emulsion, the Eye Cream, as well as the Nourishing Night Cream. And I have been using these now for about 3 weeks. Twice a day most days. If I'm very lazy and I haven't put on makeup, maybe it'll be just once a day. And right now I'm traveling, and this is the only skincare that I bought along with my La Roche-Posay Effaclar Duo. This is something I've still continued using from before, because the vitamin E range is just sort of a range for normal skin and it doesn't target any specific skin issues. So since I have acne, I'm also continuing to use this, and I thought it should factor into the video. So in the 3 weeks now that I've been using, of which 1 week has been while traveling on vacation right now, I've also made my mum use it because the range is suitable for all skin types and all ages. So it's not like for a very specific or narrow demographic of people. So I've made my mum use these same products. Her skin is obviously more mature, and it's also different from mine. It's not sensitive at all, no acne problems, and in fact it can be like normal to dry most of the year. In winter it gets extra dry. So I'm going to review the products, talk about each one of them, and I will also tell you what my mum had to say about them wherever it's relevant. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the Vitamin E Gentle Facial Wash. This has a protective vitamin E and moisturizing wheat germ oil, and it is for all skin types. I've got to say that this is pretty different from any facial wash that I've tried in my life. It's really, really emollient and creamy. The texture of it is almost like a cream or a lotion. It just doesn't feel like a face wash, and I was a little skeptical, honestly, in the beginning of how it would clean my face. It does lather up very nicely, creates a very luxurious lather in fact. If I had to compare it to something I've tried before, it does remind me of the Drops of Light face wash, which I've also reviewed on this channel. It's also from Body Shop, but this one is definitely more nourishing. I have used it even on a full face of makeup, like I've stepped into the shower or whatever without removing my makeup, and it does a very good job of removing base makeup and stuff and leaving my face pretty clean. So I know it performs well, but the texture of it, as I mentioned, it's so creamy that I'm not really sure if it's good for my skin type, because I have a sensitive acne prone skin. Usually they recommend gels for my skin type. This has not made my acne problem any worse. I'm not saying it's exacerbated anything, but at the same time it's not really helping either. So I don't think this is a bad product in the least. I just think it's not really working for me and it's not right for me. And so I asked my mum what she thought of it, and she absolutely loves it. She loves it, because whenever I made her use face washes in the past, she always finds them to be really stripping and stuff, so she doesn't end up using them. She doesn't have acne problems or anything, and she just wants something that's clean but is not really harsh, and she found this to be really very nice on her skin. So while this does say all skin types, I think that if you have sensitive acne prone skin with clogged pores, then maybe you should not use this face wash. Maybe it isn't the one for you. But if you have normal skin or dry skin and you find most conventional face washes too drying, I think this would be perfect for you. So the next step in my routine is of course toner, and I have been guilty in the past of skipping toner, of thinking that it's not really that important of a step, just cleansing my face with face wash and then going over to moisturizer. But I talked about in my previous skincare video how important toner is, because it removes the remnants of any makeup that maybe the face wash, the cleanser, has not got. It also removes the remnants of the face wash itself. So it's really important to not skip toner if you want to keep your skin healthy, and it's something I take very seriously now. So the vitamin E hydrating toner from the Body Shop has protective vitamin E and moisturizing wheat germ oil. So hydrating almost sounds like a bit of an oxymoron for a toner, because a toner is not supposed to hydrate your skin. But at the same time, a lot of toners can be a little too harsh, and they can be really drying, and they can be really stripping, which isn't so much of a big deal, right? Because you're going in with the moisturizer in your next step. But I really like this toner because it doesn't strip your skin as much, but it does remove any remnants of dirt and stuff, and it's really a pleasure to use like that. It has a mild fragrance just like the rest of the range. I can't place the fragrance exactly. It's somewhat like a mild cold cream fragrance, like when you think of the cold creams you might have used when you were younger, like I would say Pond's and Nivea and stuff. You know that typical smell, it smells kind of like that. This toner is also alcohol free, if that matters to you, so it's really nice, and I think this product would definitely be okay for all skin types, from the oiliest of skin to the driest, because it's very mild, but at the same time it does its job and I like it. On to the next product, and this one is one of the new products that the Body Shop has released. It is the Body Shop Vitamin E Moisture Protect Emulsion. This has SPF 30 PA+++, so that's broad spectrum UV protection. It also has vitamin E and wheat germ oil with bio-fermented hyaluronic acid from somewhere in France. This is a very innovative product because it's going to give you like your moisture in the daytime as a moisturizer. It also has sunscreen. Again, I'm really guilty of sometimes skipping out on separate sunscreen, though I made videos on how important it is. Just sunscreens on their own can sometimes be a little bit heavy. They make me sweat more and they leave like a white cast, and I wouldn't put it every day. But this, it's very easy to put it on every day. It has a very like sort of a runny milky texture, and I would say like 1.5 pump is perfect for my skin. Sometimes I do 2 pumps. That's a little too much. 1.5 is the sweet spot, and it gets absorbed really quickly on your face, and it does not leave a white cast. And then I can go on to my next steps of like makeup and stuff without any issue. And yeah, the texture has been really nice. I think I do have to powder a little bit to mattify my skin after that, but it's not super greasy, at least not in the winter time. This one is also said to be for all skin types. It will suit my skin nicely in the winter. As we go into the hotter months, maybe my skin would become too oily to use this in the daytime without like a mattifying primer and powder and stuff. Right now it's perfect, and I really like this because it's protecting my skin from the sun also and giving it the moisture that it needs in the daytime. Next up, I use the Vitamin E Eye Cream. This is something that I'm very happy to start using because I haven't been using an eye cream regularly in my routine before this. I have used eye gels on and off, but at the end of the day, there hasn't been one in my routine for a long time. So this one is supposed to be a 48-hour hydration eye cream. Almost all of the products say that they hydrate for a very long period of time. It has vitamin E and wheat germ oil with biofermented hyaluronic acid from the same place in France. So the composition is similar to the Emulsion. And I really like the nozzle of this because it keeps everything very clean and just dispenses the right amount of product that you need in a nice way so that you don't end up wasting anything. It's like a nice thick eye cream but not too thick, and I just put it in tapping motions in my under eye area on both eyes. I use my ring finger. You must be knowing by now that because the ring finger applies the least amount of pressure, it's the one you should use under your eyes. And I've learned recently that you should tap like this, not swipe, because swiping also can be harsh, to treat your under eye area with a lot of extra care. Yes, that's what I've been doing regularly. I'll put a lesser amount of it in the daytime if I'm going to be putting on makeup and stuff, but at night time, that's when I would really go in more with the eye cream, because I don't care how my face looks. I just want it to be nourished overnight well. So my nighttime skincare routine would basically be all those products like the cleanser, the toner, but instead of the emulsion, I'll go in with the Nourishing night cream, and then I'll go in with the eye cream just as usual. The night cream is really nice because it's sort of thicker and more nourishing but not too thick. And I never wake up in the morning with oily or greasy looking skin. It's always just the right amount of hydration. Also, I use a very little amount of the product and it does the job, which I would say is the case for almost all the products in the range. You really don't need a lot. A little does the job. So these products are going to last you quite a long time if you're using them daily also, or in my case, even though two of us are using it in the house, it's still lasting me a fair amount of time. So that was my review of the vitamin E range. I really majorly like it a lot. I don't like the face wash too much, but I've discussed why I don't like it. I just don't think it's right for my skin. If your skin is like mine, you may not like it, but if you have normal to drier skin, I think you might like it very much. Just depends on skin types. Majorly everything suited my skin, and a thing I like about this range is it doesn't make any like fancy promises or gimmicky tall claims. It just claims to make your skin happy, healthy, well hydrated and elastic. I think it does that very well, and I do trust Body Shop a lot with skincare because they know what they're talking about. They make good products with good ingredients that work well in like your skincare. If you have any particular concerns, like if you have any problems in your skin, if you have hyperpigmentation, if you have acne, then this range alone may not do anything to improve those concerns. Then you would have to look at some other ranges from the Body Shop or elsewhere. Like the Body Shop has tea tree range for acne, which works very nicely. They have the Drops of Light range for pigmentation and scars. So in that case, I would say you can mix and match your skincare. You can use some products from those ranges maybe. I think the moisturizers in this range really shine for me. Both the night cream and the emulsion are something really nice, as is the eye cream. That was everything that I have to say. If you have any questions, do leave a comment down below and I'd be happy to answer it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks for watching it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.